My garden's full of fairies. I don't know how it happened. They just appeared there one night and I really, really hope they stay. Look at them all. Aren't they just so gorgeous? My goodness me. Fairies at the bottom of my garden. It's a dream come true. And I'm going to show you how you can make your own fairies too. Welcome to LEV Toys. Now, we saw this beautiful fairy girl right back when I showed you how I display my Lego. If you haven't seen that, there's a little link in the corner. So make sure you check out the display. But here she is. And I did promise... this was a while ago, I did promise I would show you how to make her. And now finally, we've come to a point where I can show you several different ways to make different fairy wings. But I want to show you the fairies I've already made. They don't have names. I want you guys to decide what their names are going to be. But this one, well, this one's definitely Tinkerbell. It's perfect. She's got Tinkerbell's hair. She's going to need the little teeny tiny pom-poms on her shoes, but apart from that, I think she works really well as Tinkerbell. This one's certainly an autumn fairy. She's got autumnal colours. I think she might be collecting the autumn leaves. She's beautiful. This one is definitely a flower fairy. I think she might be in charge of spring. I'm not sure, but she's got a flower petal skirt, which is super duper easy to make, so I'll show you that too. The Lego elves, well, you put wings on them and they make the most perfect fairies. Come on, Lego, you have to make real fairies. It would be so easy just to add wings to the elves. I mean, look at this one. I've used the same technique to make the wings, but these ones are fancy feather wings, and oh, they're so beautiful and surprisingly easy to make. So I'm going to show you how to go about this. Now, I love cruising around in the craft section of the discount stores in like the dollar shops, and there are always really cute things there you don't find other places. So these ones are actually butterfly cake toppers. They're all made out of plastic and they make fantastic wings because they're big. These ones are just some scrapbooking stickers, but they're glittery, and you can make big fairy wings or little fairy wings. It's up to you what size you want the wings to be. You just choose. Here's some more really, really pretty wings. Got so many different options. Just keep an eye out. Here are the ones that I've used for Tinkerbell. I just ripped the bead part off, which is super easy because it was just glued on, and used the wing part. There are so many options out there in the crafting section and in the scrapbooking section. So many things that you can use to be creative with your mini dolls. So just keep an eye out. You never know what you're going to find. Oh, including these, which have made the most perfect flower fairy petal skirt. So lots and lots of options. So I wanted to make this as easy as possible so you guys could make your own fairy wings as well. I even went around and made a template for the butterfly wings, but it's so much easier than this. If you have got the Batgirl wings or the Bumblebee Girl wings from the DC Superhero Girls mini dolls, these make the perfect template. They're ready to go. So we're going to use that as a template. Let's move all of our craft options out of the way, and we're going to make some wings for Rosalind. And you can get any wings that you have managed to find, any butterfly wings, fairy wings. These are my cake topper ones. Love them. I'm going to put some links down in the comments below so you can find some of these on eBay. And we're going to cut out, we just need to cut out the top head hole, and we're going to cut out the bottom part which goes around the waist. And I've made a template from the Batgirl wings because I don't want to draw all over it all the time. And where the wings go out, we don't need that because we've already got wings. So I've cut that off, and I've got a line on the top, which is where the shoulders are going to be, and a line down the bottom, which is where it has to fold up for the waist. That probably makes almost no sense, but you'll understand as you see me do it. So, actually, hold on. How about I get the Batgirl wings back in again? You can see. So there's already wings on the Batgirl one, but we're just going to ignore them. They give us a good height indicator. So we are going to make a mark for where we want the neck hole, and we're going to cut down to here for the top, and down here we want to cut out the waist, and we want to cut up to there. So that's really simple. That's where we want to cut. The part that is less simple was actually finding a cutter that was the right size. Most cutters come in 3mm, which is just that bit too small, or 6mm, which is way too big. This one is 4mm, absolutely perfect, and because it's a single hole punch, I can center this wherever I want. It's so cool too because it's got a detachable head. You've got some more little cutters up here in the end, And these ones are in even smaller sizes, in 2mm and 3mm, but the 4mm works for both the neck hole and for the waist hole too, and I'll show you how. But this is fantastic. I'm going to put a link in the description box if you want to find one for yourself. Perfect for if you are making your own accessories for the mini dolls. So we're going to need a cutting mat because this is a sharp cutting tool, so we don't want to mar our work surface. Center it over our hole and push it down, and it goes nice and cleanly through that plastic. Cutting crisp plastic without it actually ripping is really hard, and this does a beautiful job. We are going to actually do overlapping circles for the waist hole, and that also works perfectly. So one cutter does both, and that's very, very exciting for me. Now we just need to cut down. So we're going to cut down here, just down to where the line finishes, because we're going to bend that in, and then we cut over, and we've got our neck hole. Lovely. And then we'll just cut in around here, around the design, cut off that extra bit of plastic. And now we've got the over the neck hole. We'll just round these off a little bit and they'll look spectacular. And then we have to do the same thing up the bottom. Now we're going to be cutting some of the design actually off the bottom, but you're not going to notice it from the front. In fact, you're not going to notice it all. It's going to look really great. Trust me. Trust me. It looks so good. So we follow the lines around. We just don't want to cut all the way through because we'll cut the wings off. And now we've got the bottom and the top ready to go. We might just round off the design down here so it doesn't look quite so severe. And we'll tidy it up just a bit. And let's put it on Rosalind and see how it goes. I told you this was easy, didn't I? You need the right size cutter. That's the biggest trick of it all. Right size cutter to go over the neck hole, because you can't cut through plastic with scissors. You can't do a neat job. There we go. It looks fantastic. So fantastic. And we can actually crease it in and give those wings a little bit of character and tilt backwards like a butterfly's would actually do. But she's a fairy. She's a butterfly fairy and she looks so sweet. Colours are perfect. Rosalind is now a fairy for the bottom of my garden. So let's fly her back over here. She can meet the other fairy friends and let's make another one. So this one is all in blue. She's blue and silver. I'm going to use one of the paper stickers. I've actually stuck it onto some thin plastic. This came off a document folder. So those covers you put on documents to protect them. It's the perfect heaviness of plastic. It's not too crisp that it actually cracks when you bend it, but it's crisp enough to hold the shape. So I'm just going to cut a neck hole for this one because I think it'll work fine. It's not going to need actual a waist hole to make this work. So I'm going to use this. We're only going to go down to that top line, which is where the wings are going to start. We're going to bend down where that line is. Now we just got to cut it out. See how simple this is? The magic-sized cutter. And now we've just got to cut around it all. So cut, 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 cut. Oh, it's fiddly, so it really, really is a great idea to have sharp, small scissors that you can get into these tight corners. And this plastic is just the perfect weight. And those black lines that are on there, I can actually take that off with some rubbing alcohol if I need to, but often I can actually just smush them off with my fingers. And you're not going to see them once we turn this over and put it on the mini doll's neck. So we're almost there. I could have done a neater job, but I wanted to show you how it all works. So here's our new wings. We're just going to bend this down, so we're going to be creating a permanent crease in the plastic, which means it should sit beautifully. In fact, these long ponytails for the mini dolls, they actually will help hold the wings in place. So let's put a head back on. And the ponytail is holding those wings nice and close in the back of the mini doll. Look. Oh, and if I had a matching sticker, I could actually just put that on the back so she could have the pattern on the front and the back of the wings. But I don't. Actually, that's a bit of a shame. I'm going to have to look for a matching one. Okay, new little blue fairy, you can come over here and meet the other fairies. She looks gorgeous too. Now, these feather wings look as though they would be pretty tricky, but they're not. If you've got the basic idea, You can pull the wings off anything. That's terrible. I feel terrible pulling the butterfly wings off, but they're not real butterfly wings. They're just craft butterfly wings. We're going to use these two halves. So if we just cut a template out first, we can stick anything onto it. Anything we want. But we're going to just add a little bit extra. We're not going to cut straight down and around. We're going to just put a bit of extra, well, just a bit of extra plastic to glue these wings to give them a bit more support. So I'll cut this out. You don't need to see me cut it again. And we're going to glue on here and the one on the other side. And it should work out really nicely. So let me get my glue out. Oh no, the glue's out of control. Holy moly, it's as though it was just waiting for me to open the top and it all just came gushing out. I wonder if I can still use this. I hope I can. Oh, I can. Oh, so it's all over my fingers. The glue has only gone on the part where I actually want to stick the wings on. So that was really, really lucky. Oh, lag. But this is a good glue. It dries really fast and nice and strong, and I've knocked over all the other girls, but I don't know that I want to pick them up with my gluey fingers. I'll pick them up really carefully. I don't want to put glue all over them. Now I just have to wait for this to dry, and then we'll see how it went. Still a little bit tacky, but it should hold okay. I'm not going to put it on a mini doll. I just wanted to show you. So now this is going to be the front, and we bend the top. We'll take that extra bit of glue off. We bend the top and the bottom in, and it's going to make perfect feather butterfly wings. You can use anything you like. You just need to glue them to that little plastic back plate with the neck hole and the waist hole. Perfect. Now, I did tell you that I was going to show you how to make a petal skirt. This is the easiest thing in the world. You just need to either cut out a flower shape. This one's a double layer one, and as you saw, I bought it from a craft shop, but you can make your own little flower skirt so easily. But I'll show you how I made it with these paper flowers. I just like picking up all the pretty craft stuff. And then I like finding uses for them. So I'm not going to need the wire in the middle. Though I wonder if I could make a really cute little flower hat out of these as well. Don't know, I'll have to keep thinking. Gonna take the wire out, just nice and gently, because these are just made out of paper. Might have a use for this wire too, so I'm not going to throw that away. So all you need to do now is cut a hole in the middle, and once again I'm going to use that 4mm hole punch, which is not going to be quite big enough to go around the waist, but because it's paper, it's actually going to stretch and tear a little bit, and I'll just put it on really carefully and it'll work fine, you'll see. So you just stretch it over, choose which way you want to be the front first, and now the sweetest little flower petal skirt. That's so adorable and so easy. I bet you've already tried this. It's really easy. And, you know, I'm going to make her a proper flower. She's a flower for my flower garden now. Maybe Violet would like to be something. Let's see. Violet, we might make her into a little fairy bug. I've got an idea. I've got this cute little headdress I want to use. So we'll put the flower skirt on her. It looks kind of a bit weird with her shorter legs. But she wants to have a go at dressing up too. Of course she does, because everybody likes to dress up. I know I do. So we'll take these wings, little green ones, and we'll put them on with the... Oh, hold on. We've had a fairy blowout. There we go. We'll put them on with the flower petal skirt. Oh, now she just needs a head. Oh, that's really, really cute. She does look a little bit short though. Her arms definitely look too long when we put that skirt on her. And I love, love, love this little hat with the antennae on it. She looks like a little garden bug, a little fairy, a little butterfly, a little flower butterfly. I don't know what she looks like, but she's sniffing the flowers and she's flying around. And now she's gone, of course she is. Oh, mini dolls are just perfectly suited to being fairies, and it's quite easy to make your own wings, but I wish Lego would make some real fairy mini dolls. Tell me in the comments if you think they should too. Is that something that you would want to see? I know I would love that. Now, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy my videos. That way you get notified when new videos go up. Check out some of my other custom creations or some of my other builds, and I will see you with a new video very soon. Now I'm going off to play with the fairies in the bottom of my garden. Bye!